This is a good one, I think. I actually don't know what the story's about, but by the title, I feel like it's good. Would I be the asshole if I confronted my friends about the lack of presents on my birthday because 3 of them didn't get me anything? I, 19, non-binary, invited 4 of my close friends on a trip for my 19th birthday at the end of February this year. The first day was relaxing/shopping day in a large city. We are from a rural town. The second day was an unlimited rides pass to a theme park in one of the suburbs. For the one night between, everything was 2 apartment rooms, a living room, kitchen, large bathroom, and bedroom, divided into 3 and 2 people per room, and a dinner at a fancy restaurant. So they paid for all of this?
Wait, they paid for it, or?
That's what I don't get.
So, did OP pay for this, or did the friend group pay for this? Keep reading.
Yeah, they said I invited my friends on the trip. I feel like that implies that they paid for it.
They invited their friends on the trip, but I invite my friends on my birthday trips.
Right.
All right, keep reading.
Okay. The first day was great, leaving our small town about 6 a.m. on a bus to another town before catching the train into the large city. We did some shopping at anime and comic book stores, had lunch, and enjoyed the views the city had to offer. We checked in the hotel around 10 a.m. and decided to head to the pool. We swam for a few hours, and then we walked about 1.5 kilometers to the restaurant, stopping for some gorgeous photos. We enjoyed cocktails and amazing spicy food at this restaurant we'll call Neon. It was super busy, and the waiters were off their feet serving people, but we had an amazing time. Then we returned to the hotel and crashed out for the night. The next day was filled with super fun rides, semi-decent food for a theme park, and a lot of iced tea. We ended up super sunburnt in the summer sun. Wow, this is like so cute how they're writing this though. It sounds like a dream, especially for a birthday. Although Blue and C ended up the most burnt. Not real names, obviously. We then caught the train home and went our separate ways. My love language is gift giving. I love giving experiences, presents, and all of my love through thoughtful items. C gave me a card with some money, and I was very happy as I know from their background this was a big gesture. However, the other 3 are the friends I want to confront. Andy, Ben, and Blue didn't get me anything, not even a card. When it comes to birthdays, I usually go all out and easily spend $150+ on presents for them when it is their birthday.
Damn, OP, let's be friends.
I know. I had also paid for the entire trip to the city out of my own pocket. Holy shit.
So
how did they afford this?
That.
How did a 19-year-old afford this?
I don't want to know.
Only Ben had offered to chip in for expenses, but I refused, trying to hint to keep it to go towards my gift. It is now the middle of March and I haven't received any communication that they are waiting to give me a present at all. I'm not sure if I'm overreacting, but I feel like I am not heard as a friend and that the same thoughtfulness hasn't been applied to me. I have been very open that for special occasions, even if they're small, presents mean that you thought about me and my interests. So would I be the asshole if I confronted them?
No.
Really?
I think, okay. Had they paid for this trip, then you can't. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Had the friends paid for this trip, then OP cannot expect a single more penny out of them. If OP paid for everything here, the least the friends can do is give a gift.
I agree as like a normal person, but I still think it would be bizarre if OP confronted them because
it would be
then it's
weird.
Like, oh, well, did you only give us this birthday experience for you because you wanted us to give you something?
Yeah.
I thought you included us because you wanted to spend time with us.
Yeah, it's definitely like socially weird to ask someone why they didn't give you a gift or whatever.
Yeah.
But OP is definitely not an asshole for thinking, how dare they not give me a gift? Because they spent all this money on their friends, and the friends give what in return? Cece gives a card. That's it.
Yeah. For OP thinking it, I think it's fine. I'd be thinking it too. I'd be like, oh, well, they didn't even write me a card or anything, even to say thank you.
Right.
I had a similar experience one time. So in college, I was really close friends with this girl and this guy who didn't even go to our college. His friends went to our college. I don't know where he lived or what he did in life, but we met at a party through mutual friends, whatever. This guy, let's call him Ryan. Ryan fell in love with my best friend. He was like obsessed with her, texting her all the time, like asking her out. She didn't like him that much. Like she didn't dislike him, but she's like, I don't know you. Like, okay, yeah, we can hang out, but like, I'm not gonna like go on endless dates with you and like, whatever. So he starts asking her to do all these activities. One of them being going to a Sixers playoff game, which are so expensive, obviously.
Yeah.
And she was a big Sixers fan. So he tells her, hey, do you want to go to the Sixers game? My uncle gave me 4 tickets. And she was like, oh my God, yeah, free tickets. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, you come bring Kelly and I'll bring a friend. So she didn't really think anything of this because it was in her mind, oh, this guy got free tickets to a game. Like, it's not really a date. But clearly he thought it was a date. So we show up in the outfits that you would wear to a basketball game, just like chill, like sneakers, leggings, Sixers t-shirt. He and his friend were wearing like really nice outfits. Like,
no,
not
I don't care how serious of a date you think this is. If we are going to a Philadelphia sporting event playoff game, you are dressing for that playoff game.
Yeah, they were wearing like button-up shirts.
No,
like,
you can wait in the car. You can wait in the car.
So we go to this game and walk in, and Ryan, he's like, oh, let me go get drinks or food or something. And they're about to tip off, which is like the most exciting part of the basketball game, you know. My friend's like, can we please go to the seats? Like, I really want to see the tip off. That's what it's called, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not a huge basketball person. So he's like, oh, okay, fine. Like, you can go. Like, I really wanted to see your reaction to the seats, but like, you can just go. So she and I walk down, and these are like 6th row in the middle of the court, like insane seats for any basketball game, let alone a playoff game. It was crazy. We were like losing our minds. And I wasn't even the biggest Sixers fan at the time. Like, I was even freaking out about this, and I was barely a fan. The guys come down, she and I are sitting next to each other, and like I'm on the inside, and then she's like, I feel like we should switch just to be nice. So then we all switched, even though she didn't even care to sit next to him. She's like, I feel like I should just be nice and sit next to him though, because he asked me to go to this game, whatever. Even though in my opinion, if she didn't sit next to him at this game, that would be his own fault because he was not honest about his intentions. Like, if he wanted to go on a date with her or a double date with her, he should have said that. He shouldn't have been like, oh, I got free tickets to this game and like, blah, 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 let's go as friends. He did not seem nervous.
Okay.
He just seemed...
Continue the story.
Okay. So after the game, we go back to our college, and she and I are like, okay, I think we're going to go home. And he's like, oh, you guys like don't want to go out after this? Like, all of our friends are going out. And we were like, oh, well, we didn't really plan to go out after this. Like, it's already late, and we're wearing like really chill outfits. Like, we are not dressed to go out. And he's like, come on, like, let's just like trying to get her especially to go out with him after this game. And his friend was so nice. Like, I had no interest in him whatsoever, but like he seemed like a nice guy. He seemed pretty normal compared to his friend who was like putting on this whole ordeal. Eventually we were like, no, we're gonna go home. And he was like, okay, fine, like whatever. Didn't drop us off, like just went back to his own well, no, it wasn't even his house, it was his friend's house, like at our school. And then we literally walked from their house. Like, it was just so weird that he didn't offer to like drop us off anywhere. He just like went back to his own friend's house, and he was like, okay, well, bye. We were like, okay, thanks.
I hate men.
So anyway, she like probably texted him and was like, I don't know, that was fine. Like, I don't know, honestly, I don't know what happened in their conversation via text after this. But the next day, it was a Sunday afternoon, he texts her like this scathing message being like, I spent like so much money, and like you didn't even give me like a thank you after like I took you to the game, and like I put so much effort into it. I knew you loved the Sixers, and I did all this for you. And she was like, wait, like you told me that your uncle gave you these tickets. And he's like, I knew that if I said my uncle gave it to me, you'd go, but if I spent the money on the tickets, I knew you wouldn't accept them.
So then why'd you lie?
Yeah. So then basically he lied to like trick her into going out with him, but now it's her fault because she didn't show what he thought was the appropriate amount of like thankfulness to this guy. Because she's like, in my mind, you got these free tickets and you were like, yeah, you and your friend want to go. If he said to her, look, I work really hard, but like I really am like loving getting to know you, and I spent this money and I want to spend it on you because you mean a lot to me, and like blah 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 blah, like I'm sure she would act different if honesty was what he presented her with. But he was trying to manipulate her, basically. No, not trying to, he did manipulate her.
Yeah.
So then I think like she left something at his house. The text from then on, like going back and forth, he was so rude to her after that and never asked her to hang out again. Or maybe he did ask her, but she said no. They never actually hung out, but she had to go back to like their house to get something. And then Anyway, his friends who went to our school, whenever we would see them, they're like, oh, Ryan, like, he's on something else. Like, you got the full Ryan experience. Like, apparently he does this all the time whenever he likes a girl. But it just reminded me of the, like, doing what you think is a good gesture for someone when, like, your real intention is to, like, get something out of them. So his real intention was to get, like, praise and, like, emotional attention from my friend. And then when he didn't get that, he was mad at her. But it's like, how are you going to get mad at someone else who doesn't know your true intentions? And yeah, people could express more I mean, it's not just men, but like, how are you going to get mad at someone when you're not even honest about your own intentions? And yes, people could show more thanks and be more thankful, but like, especially like in this basketball ticket situation, my friend was like more scared. She's like, if he just told me straight up, I bought these tickets for you, she would have been like thanking him so much. But then she found out that he lied to her about the tickets, and she's like, why would I be so overly thankful that you lied to me? Like, you're just like backwards. And I feel like this OP is like similar in the sense that it's like, if you just wanted like gifts from your friends, they maybe could have said, I'll pay for everything, but I don't know, like show your thanks with a card or something like that. Yeah. A card would mean so much to me.
I don't think OP did it for the gifts though.
Yeah.
I think they did it to do it, and it just hurts that they didn't get a gift in return.
Yeah.
Because that's like, I can understand that. I mean, obviously I don't think that they need to be reaching out to their friends like, hey, you didn't get me a gift and this is upsetting me. But I do think, like they said, their love language is gift giving and receiving. And that's my love language for giving is gifting, but it's not for receiving. So like if I did this whole thing for my birthday, I wouldn't want gifts in return, but I would do this whole thing for my birthday for my friends to spend my birthday with me and then still get them gifts for their birthdays, because that's how I spread my love in gifts. But I don't necessarily think OP did it to get gifts. I don't think that that's their true intention. I think that it just hurt in the end when they didn't get gifts.
Yeah, I think so too, because they did say that it's their love language, but I think where the miscommunication is when something is your love language, it doesn't mean it's other people's. And so when your love language is not reciprocated, it can hurt. But I don't know, it's also hard because they said that they told their friends that gift giving and receiving is their love language. So you would hope that the friends could take a hint. But at the same time, OP is 19. I'm going to just guess that their friends are around the same age.
Yeah.
So other 19-year-olds, 18-year-olds, 20-year-olds, maybe they're not the most mature. Maybe they don't understand love languages and how much it would mean to OP to give them a gift in return or whatever. Maybe they were just caught up in the excitement of, oh my God, my friend's birthday and my friend is treating us all and it's going to be so much fun.
Right.
And that's what they want for their birthday is all of our like presents as their present.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, people just read things differently. Like, I would throw that for my birthday. I mean, I rented like a whole mountain house for my birthday one year, and everyone's like, oh, let us know what it costs. And like, had we divided it by everyone, would have been like $30 or $40 a person. But I just like didn't want anyone to pay anything because I'm like, your presence is my gift. Like, I'm just so glad that I got to spend a long weekend in a mountain house with all of my favorite people. And like, that to me is what matters. I don't think anyone brought me a gift, and I don't think I thought twice about it.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple of friends brought like a bottle of wine, but like I wouldn't have thought twice about it if people didn't bring me a gift. Like, it just, to me, their presence was my gift. And although my love language to give is gifts, so like I get it, I don't think that OP did it for the gifts. I think that they just are a little sad that they didn't get their thing in return, and they're young, so they're not thinking that that's not their friend's love language too.
I think so too. I do feel bad for them because as someone who also appreciates gifts, I feel like my love language doesn't involve gifts, but I always appreciate gifts. So as someone that really, really appreciates gifts, I could see why they're sad that they didn't get any, but also how would you confront your friends? How would you confront friends and say, oh, after I paid for my whole entire birthday trip that I invited you on, why didn't you get me a present? There is no way to say that doesn't come off selfish and doesn't come off as if you did the weekend in order to get presents. Like, if they were to say that to their friends, the friends would be like, oh, so you only invited us so that we would give you a gift, and when we didn't give you a gift, now you're mad at us?
No,
there's no way to say it.
They absolutely cannot bring it up. Yeah. I just don't entirely think that was all of OP's intentions.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. Even if it wasn't their intention at all, I see why they could be sad. I see where they're coming from, but I do think that there's absolutely no way that they could say that it wouldn't come off.
You would be the asshole no matter how you bring it up.
Yeah, period. You'd be an asshole. So you're not an asshole for thinking it, but you would be an asshole to say it.
Yeah, socially, it's just like, I hate to say it, but it's unacceptable.
Yeah.
It sucks, but it is what it is.
Agreed.
You'll grow, though. 19 is so young. You'll grow, your friends will grow, and you'll learn each other's love languages. Yeah. I know my friends' love languages. I'm like not a super touchy-feely person, and I know some of my friends that are, and I just hug them even if it pains me. But I give them gifts even if they don't want them. So it is what it is. You'll grow, you'll learn, and it's life.